Welcome in to Good Day After the Show, exclusively here on WTOL 11 Plus. And listen, Amanda, this is, we're getting into the nitty gritty today.
We're taking it up a notch. You know how we have said Good Day After the Show is going to be a chance for you to get to know us a little bit better. We're going to be talking about things that we don't talk about on Good Day.
Right.
And today is we're getting into it.
Yes, we're talking about relationships.
Yeah.
And we have some controversial questions as well. And we're bringing some folks out in the newsroom, so we'll get an opportunity to hear from them and get their takes a little bit on things.
Yeah, this started because we ran a story last week about a woman who locked her boyfriend in a storage unit. For 4 days before he got himself out.
So Amanda said, she was like, he must have done something. And I said, no, he didn't do anything. But in the commercial break, as we were talking things out, I was like, he did something. He had to.
Yeah, my thought was he was cheating on her or something. You said, well, maybe she found something on his phone.
Yeah, so it was a number of things that could have possibly happened. But don't lock anyone into a storage.
Don't do that. That is not acceptable.
Unit. Don't do that.
Not acceptable.
Okay, so can we go?
Yeah, let's go look at some of these questions. We came up with a few questions that we thought were kind of controversial. And yeah, we're gonna
some strong opinions.
We're gonna get our take on it.
I am in the camp, Amanda, just because we know each other well.
Yes.
We're probably more aligned with these things than different.
Yeah.
But we have to bring a little controversy into the mix.
Should we start with the question
first? Let's start with the question.
Okay.
Then we'll bring Tatiana in. Caylee, Kirby, are you helping out too?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, all right.
Oh boy.
Okay, so we're calling this the love debate.
The love debate.
All right, so the first question, do you have separate and or secret bank accounts? So
stand on the side.
So for Gloria and we have a joint account. Only one, right? We know what's there, and you know we'll piece things together sometimes on our own to go buy little things, but it's never anything over $50.
Yeah, it's very similar for us. We have a shared credit card. I see every single purchase.
Yes.
He sees every single purchase. And we do credit card because we get the points.
Right.
So we do it that way. So yeah, I mean we know what everybody's doing.
And I think a lot of relationships they start to go downhill because of the financial aspect.
You start hiding money.
Yeah. Then it's like, what's going on? Ooh. Where's all the money going?
Yeah.
So
what are you buying? What are you using it for?
Yeah, exactly. So let's bring the controversy in because as I figured, you and I would be aligned in thought. So Tatiana Cash, Caylee Kirby.
Hello.
Good morning, ladies.
All right. So did you all hear the first question? Do you have?
Go ahead and repeat.
Okay. So do you have separate accounts? Or a secret account, or do you combine it together?
So first of all, being a married woman for the last almost 4 years, I do not have anything a secret because that's not how you build trust within a marriage. However, we have a joint, but we also have separate funds because I was always taught that you needed to have your own money just in case in terms of security. You don't know what's going to happen if things were to ever get ugly. I would need my own money to protect. But a lion's share of my sum immediately goes into the joint. So we know where the money goes. And also he is a habitual Uber eater. So that's his funds. That is fine. Do what you do.
So can I give my initial thought to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, everyone's right here, okay? So,
of course.
all right, everyone's right because it's unique for your circumstances. But when I hear you need your own just in case something happens, to me, that is going into it saying, this thing isn't going to work out.
50% of marriages fail. Doesn't mean mine is going to. Just like what? You're always destined to die. I don't know when specifically you're going to, but you always have a just in case. I have a savings account just in case. So therefore, I have my own account just in case. At the end of the day, though, that is still, if something were to happen to me, because again, death, that's still all his money he needs to help take care of our children. So that's what it is.
You put up a good fight. You put up a good fight. I just don't agree with.
I understand.
I get it.
But
I understand what you're saying.
I had the same thought as you. The just in case to me is almost immediately like fulfilling a prophecy of some sort. Like
you're going to be a part of this
out.
56% of marriages that don't work out. So,
but I do understand.
So let's bring Caylee Kirby in here because you're the one who's not married out of the four of us. So this is as you look ahead.
Right.
As I look ahead.
What are you going to do?
They'll be separate. I already know they'll be separate. Yeah, I know they'll be separate because that's how I grew up. My parents have separate and my grandparents have separate. They have each a separate and they have joint as well.
Okay.
So that's how I'll set mine up as well, just because that's how I grew up. And it's helped, I think they put money into the joint one, but they have each their own for spending on things that they want to spend on without having to like get it approved, because there's a set amount that goes in each one kind of thing. So they're able to do that if they want to.
So you're just following the lead of what you have seen from your parents, grandparents.
I mean, I think money is a big thing in relationships. It causes a lot of tension, and sometimes if you're together and you have everything together, there can be fights over that. If there are things separate, there can be fights over that. So I think whoever I get into a relationship with or I get married to, I think, on the grounds we have to agree that they're okay with things being separate, or
but what if he
not
doesn't?
okay.
What if you love
You
it?
have to
you
be-
love
you
it.
have-
I
you
mean,
have to agree
you
on
love
that.
this dude. He's so
love
handsome.
him.
You love him.
He
but
does
he's
so
like,
well.
He's like
Here's
Caylee.
the
He's like
thing.
Caylee. We need to bring finances
We
together.
can bring finances
Is that a deal
together.
breaker?
If you'll let me just have one.
She's still not bitten. I love you. We're trying to sit, my guy.
One of my own. You can share with me, but can I have a side one?
Well, like, why can't you just put all your money together and then talk about, like, hey, honey, I really want to buy this. Is that okay? Yeah, sure, no problem.
And here's the thing,
I mean, I
in
guess we
relationships, there will be some disagreements on that.
Hands down.
But you have to work through that together. That's the whole premise of being in a relationship together. You can't take two imperfect people, bring them together, and it's
expect
like, we're
perfect
always going
results.
to agree.
You
on everything.
can't work
besties.
through that
All the
together
time.
while also having separate accounts?
See, but then you're going to be keeping something from me.
I
But
don't
it's
think
never a
I'm
secret.
keeping.
That's
It's
the
not
other
a
thing. See,
secret.
again, it's not a secret. He knows how much is in that account. Actually, I've called him a couple of occasions. I ain't got no money. I need you to help me. I've spent all my money. I need you. I need help.
Secret.
So it's never a secret. It's just literally because it has happened. Okay, I have overpaid on a bill, and I'm just like, I ain't got no money this month. Pookie, can you like spot me $20?
Can you tell me, please?
Just a little bit. I just need a little bit of help. But like that is where it is in terms of just like I overspent.
That's what I would say, no.
And that is fair. You are not my Pookie, and that is why.
You have an allowance.
And that's what it is, though. That's what that joint account is. Because I actually, I thought about it, and we've discussed it. And I said, would you ever want to pool all your money? He goes, that's stupid. So for us, but we were both, like you said, we were both taught that in terms of just because what if I go through a habit of just like burning through things and not thinking about it? If that's one pool, and it's not a normal thing. But it's the just in case in general, in all just in case possibilities.
And I guess
It doesn't have
when
to
you
be
say that, because every relationship is different, when you don't have two people working together financially and one is
A spender and one's a sick.
or has something going on, I can see that acting as a protection. But for Gloria and I, that's what the dating process was about. Let's talk about this. Who's better with money? And that's who will take the lead when it comes to financial.
I just don't want them to feel like if they want to go out and buy something and they have the money to buy something,
Go for it.
you can go ahead and buy it. You don't have to ask for approval for me,
Right.
from me, if it's not going to interrupt finances. If you have a little pool of money and you want to buy a
little
new,
pool.
I'm not saying $500,000 or whatever. Like if you have $1,000,
Who's she marrying?
and
I know, right?
And you want to buy something that's $200. Say you want some new AirPods.
Right.
You don't have to come ask me. Go buy the AirPods. If you have the money, go buy the AirPods.
That's a big buy in the Jackson household, some AirPods.
But it is a big buy that technically somebody needs to run by you. Or maybe I was trying to buy you a gift of AirPods and I didn't want you to know. And but I got to run it by you because we only got, but you did say, y'all got a $50 household. But
It's a little,
Stephen, I really want to buy you something nice.
it's a little
And I
more
want
than
you to
50,
know.
but yeah.
I don't want you to know about it though. So
So my thing is,
that's why you work that out
you
for it.
piece that money together.
So I've just been, but Stephen, now I got secret money.
Yeah,
Ah.
but it's for a good cause.
But yeah, it's a gift.
You know,
for
listen,
your
I'm flexing my rules a little bit.
Just a little bit. That's fair.
Can we get the next question up?
Yeah,
Next
we should
one.
probably move on.
Let's
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so do you know your significant other's phone pass code? The answer is yes. Yeah. I think a little extension to that, do you check the phone?
Okay, let's answer the first question
That
first.
part.
Okay, so up until a few days ago, I did not know my husband's passcode.
Really?
I've been married for almost 12 years.
Yeah.
And it's only because I never feel the need to check his phone.
Right.
He knows mine because we've done some upgrades, we've done some work on my phone. He's need to get in it on a more regular basis than I need to get into his phone. So he was like, well, I'll tell it to you right now. And he did. And so, okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Okay.
it?
I don't. I actually don't.
I was gonna say, what is
don't
it?
remember. So we just don't ever get into each other's phones.
Sure.
Because we don't feel a need to have to get into one another's phones.
Yeah.
But I guess if I had to, I could. If you had to.
So we have passcodes across the board are shared. They're all shared.
That's good, so that way you don't have to think
Yeah,
hard.
well, no, they're not the same, but we know each other's
Yeah.
passwords just in case something happens, there's a need.
I know, I have thought about that. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, I should actually probably know. your
You
password,
should.
Just in case. Just in case.
What if something happens?
But like a feeling of a need to
No.
checking to look for something, no.
That's not a good idea.
Not feeling a need for that.
My argument is if you're going to check to look for something, I guarantee you're going to find it in some way, shape, or form. And if you already have that issue, then there's more that needs to be talking about a conversation. Maybe there's that secret money I need to work on. But
So now,
yes,
secrets.
secrets, because that's where, and then
Sounds
that's
a
where
little
the trust.
hypocritical to me.
Trust.
This trust situation
Trust in a
sounds a little
marriage.
hypocritical. You trust the phone, but
I
you don't
trust
trust the money. I'm not wrong.
I
I'm
trust
not
both.
And
I trust
Wait.
both.
Trust both.
I think
trust both.
I've been confused. Go,
I'm
Caylee,
fine,
I've been confused.
I'm fine with the passwords.
Right.
I'm
You have
fine.
them, you share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know his password. He knows my password. I don't check the phone. I don't care. I trust you enough.
Right.
I guess if I
That's where
don't
I'm
trust you, then
And you trust him to
sometime it'll come out to
spend the
light.
money the way he wants to as well.
Yeah.
I am verbally
I'm not gonna
hypocritical.
Someone like I'm the type of person. Actually, here we'll just be honest.
Please.
I said I want to go on a trip. I'm planning a trip. Like no one's gonna stop me from going on a trip.
It's a she out.
And if you said you wanted to go on a trip, a guy's trip, you can go on a guy's trip. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Like if you're responsible with your money,
Yes.
and whoever I marry, I hope is responsible with their money.
Maybe they're not though.
But they will be
Then
because
we
she's
will
going to
have
conversations.
hardcore lessons.
And rules.
Lessons.
Lessons.
She gonna
We're gonna
teach
talk
them.
to a
That's the only
financial
way it
advisor.
works.
Responsible with your money.
So I appreciate all of what you just did. Can we turn attention back
I
here?
just realized. He's not wrong. I just realized I'm
There's no
verbally
issue. She has no
hypocritical,
issue.
but I am honest. Because, okay, so like with the whole money thing, right? I used to just in case. But let's be real. We've signed for each other's credit cards. Please don't arrest me or anything. We have. Like, we don't even follow the rules. So, like, real talk, I have this separation, but real talk. Yeah, no, he has access to cards. He has access to the. He doesn't even come back. I'm sorry. So like
Stop
verbally I'm
telling
in it, but I
people
don't
you're
follow
not
my own
following
rules. I
the
don't.
law,
I'm
Tatiana.
sorry. It's just
We might need to move on to the next
my
question
bad.
before we
But
get
no,
fired.
honestly.
Can we get the next question?
Something.
please? What's the next
Last
one?
question.
Okay. All right. Can you be friends on social media with exes?
No.
That's a hard no.
Hard no.
It's a hard no. And we were talking about this yesterday, so I know you have a different response. And you tell the people
Yeah, buddy.
exactly what you told us yesterday.
I said yes. You can be
Okay.
friends with them on social media. But my argument for this is there's a limit. Like you can be friends with them on social media.
But you don't need to be liking everything.
Exactly. I'm not reaching out to you. You're not direct messaging me. We're not commenting on posts. I'm friends with one of my exes on social media, but I'm not
What's his name?
messaging him
What-
through social
what's his-
media or talking to him or
call him
anything.
out, Caylee. How did it end?
It's actually really funny.
Funny story.
And I'm not gonna share
Not going to share that
it
story.
on TV.
It's good after the show, but there's a limit.
Steven Jackson.
That's good.
Steven
After the show.
After the show.
With no cameras rolling.
It's after that.
So well, my husband isn't even really on social media, so I couldn't even know who he's not following anybody.
Right.
I don't really have many exes, which is good. I am friends with a high school boyfriend's mother and sister.
Oh, that's cool.
On Facebook.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
say
I
y'all
think
cool.
We
that's
were
okay.
friends,
Yes.
and it was just like, I'm not gonna unfriend you.
Right.
And I don't, and there's
But
really
what
no
if she like
engagement.
reaches out one day like, Amanda, yeah, God, you and Billy were so good together.
Yeah, that
I
has
miss
sort
ya.
of happened a little bit.
So then you gotta go, mama.
There was a comment on one of my posts that
You
was,
gotta go,
"Hey,
mama."
so and so got divorced."
So I told Steve
But
and Tatiana.
I simply responded, "I am sorry to hear that."
Oh no.
Sucks for him.
I told Steve and Tatiana yesterday. I said, if things ended bad, then no, I'm probably not going to be friends with them on social media. But it ended amicably. So like we were friends.
So like relationships end in a good way?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been a part of them, but sometimes.
She said, not in my
I
experience.
personally know, and like, well, that's not fair. One did, but I'll be honest. Like when that conversation happened, of we were done and we were friends. He wished me happy birthday when I was with now husband, boyfriend at the time of 2 years. He wished me happy birthday. The ex did, and I was just like, why do you care that I was born?
See, that's my point. That's my point. Why do you want to be friends with her? Why do you want to see what they have going
Because
on?
if we ended, even if it was on amicable terms, I think we're done. You are part of a section of life that no longer is there.
Yeah.
So we need to go ahead and continue to grow. But kids, it's nice to see updates. I don't really need you to know the updates.
You want to see the updates?
I didn't say it was nice to see updates.
See, now I'm speaking. I apologize.
I think I'm with you on this one actually, because I don't have any ill will or bad feelings, and I truly wish that people are doing well. So if they are,
I don't have a problem not reaching out to you. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not going to do any of that.
Yeah, like.
And I would not like it if my husband.
Are
were
you
doing
liking
that.
statuses and commenting on posts?
No.
Okay.
No, we're solely friends on social media. That's it.
So you're just a number.
So we were friends before,
Right.
and then we dated, and then we ended, and we still
And they're
kind
still
of
friends.
stayed friends. But I don't talk to him. I don't reach out to him. I don't like his messages. Like,
But if he slid into the DMs,
yeah, no.
Then
Stay
you
away.
would remove them as a friend.
No, I just wouldn't read the message. Like a lot of times, I just don't read the message. It stays
So he
on
does slide
unread.
into the DMs. So.
No.
Oh.
No.
that's a good question.
Doesn't slide
Caylee
into the
Kirby,
DMs. I'm against.
you are an
I'm
interesting
different than all of you.
individual.
I know.
You are. You are too tough.
Yes.
I do what I can.
Probably a little too honest, but that's
I can't
cool.
help myself.
I appreciate
Well,
it.
because it helps because you help me highlight my own hypocrisy.
That's
Here I
why
am.
it's called the love
Debate.
debate. And y'all
That's
know,
exactly what
and
we're
y'all
doing.
know I love a good debate
And
around
the
here.
Lord do.
I
He
love
He
a
likes
good
to
debate.
watch it.
Yeah, just
He likes to watch those.
Yep.
Like
Blow
this.
up.
Yep.
I just do that and
Little fire
let
starter.
everyone else do their thing. Stir the pot.
As Tim says, stir in the pot. Ladies, thanks for
thanks so much.
participating.
This was fun. Did y'all enjoy it?
Of course.
Okay, we'll come up with some questions later on down the line, and we'll bring the segment
Some
back
more.
and get your thoughts.
More
okay?
love debate questions.
Yeah, and if you've got some fun questions you think
Bring
could
them here.
This what the people
Watch
want.
them all
Yeah.
be targeted at me.
Mostly for Caylee.
Now that Caylee, she said.
She said it was cool too.
Now, I want y'all to know something. I remember what you said. I take note of it, okay?
Okay.
So just like in real time.
He'll bring it back.
I fact
Come
checked
on
you.
in. You did. And I was
now.
like, oh, that's right. And so then again, but I still stand by my whole accounts or whatnot. 'Cause at the end of the day, just spread your money out.
It
Spread your
works
money.
for you.
Spread your money.
Yeah, it works for you.
Comfort.
Like he said, everybody's right.
Yeah, everyone's right.
Yep.
So we have a little lighter segment coming up next, right?
We're going to eat some Peeps after the break. So on Good Day, we talk a lot about weird food.
Of course.
Don't we? Yeah, there's always this weird new product that has just come out, and we talk about whether or not we would actually try it or like it or eat it. Well, I finally found some of these items at the grocery store this weekend, so I thought, we're going to try it.
Let's do it.
Of course, Steven's not here because, well, he doesn't eat anything. But but we have Diane Woodring with us today. She works in our digital department.
Yep, and I eat anything that gets put in front of me.
She does
Ooh.
the disposal.
I'm the garbage disposal of the station.
So when we have leftover food from Good Day, Diane's like, ooh, what do we have today? So we talked about these a couple weeks ago, the cotton candy and the Rice Krispie treat flavored Peeps.
Rice Krispie treat Peeps.
That, yeah.
That's a tongue twister.
So you actually like Peeps.
I don't hate them. I don't crave them, but I will eat an entire Peep, maybe two.
You're not a fan.
I am not a fan of Peeps or jelly beans, so let's roll.
Okay.
Perfect
Let's
timing
try it.
with Easter
What
right
should
around
we
the
start
corner.
with?
Oh, we've had these before, so do you want to start with something we know or something new?
Let's try with something new.
Something new.
Because these, when we talked about them on the show, I think I remember being like, well, that doesn't sound that bad.
Because Diane, you had an interesting question earlier. Are they more Rice Krispies? Are they more?
They do not look like they're crispy.
They're interesting.
They
Let's
smell
see.
like rice.
Look at
They smell like
this.
marshmallows.
All right.
But isn't that what Peeps are?
They have
I
cute
think
little
so,
eyes,
yeah.
and I'm absolutely destroying this one. so.
That's okay.
That's the hard part with Peeps. Is
Getting
you
them
just
apart.
Terrorize them.
Now these are the chick ones, not the bunny ones.
The chick. Yeah, chicks or bunnies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they made by the same people? Or no?
people?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
It's really sweet. Oh, that's really sweet.
It tastes like a
It tastes
regular
like
Peep.
it tastes like a Peep. It's the texture for me, man. I can't.
Also, how did you guys eat the Peep? You pulled yours apart. Did you eat yours whole?
Yeah, yeah.
I took most a small
I
bite.
didn't realize is that not how you're supposed to peep?
No, there's
Oh,
different
you-
ways to eat the Peeps.
However you want to peep.
Because I'm gonna like terrorize the head, and then the body.
Oh, so you eat in a certain order?
I don't
just
think
small
I'm gonna go
bites.
full peep on the cotton candy. I feel like that'll be too much.
That's a lot. Okay. It
tastes-
tasted like Rice Krispie treats.
yeah, it tasted
I did
very.
not taste
It
it.
has a vanilla. It's just kind of like a vanilla.
It's sweet. Now it doesn't have the texture. I think I would have liked some texture.
Yeah, I think if it was a crunchy peep,
A little.
That
would've
may have been better.
Yeah, like a Rice Krispie coated peep.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
been
there's an
perfect,
idea.
yeah.
There's an idea. Was that Kellogg's?
Good job, Kellogg's. Good job.
Okay, here we go.
Now, what is the worst kind of Peep you've had?
Ooh, I mean, I just don't really like them, so none of them.
All
really.
of the above.
Yeah.
And Diane, you don't like Peeps at all.
Yeah. I last year we had Dr. Pepper peeps,
Yeah, I actually didn't mind the Dr. Pepper because they tasted like Dr. Pepper.
and I thought they were absolutely awful. They tasted like barbecue water peeps.
Barbecue water peeps.
When you already don't like peeps or barbecue water, it's a thing.
I get that.
I love the colors, the pink and the blue.
See, this has the little speckles in there
Yeah.
for
Be
your
cute
cotton
for like
candy.
a little like gender reveal party instead of Easter. I don't know.
Gender reveal
What-
peeps. There
what
we
would
go.
the answer
we
be?
are coming up with so many
All right.
ideas.
There's like a
over
little
here.
side. I don't
going
know.
in.
Stop.
All right.
We had this last year.
I'm not getting a whole lot there.
No, I'm not either.
Well, cotton candy's just sugar.
Yeah, but it doesn't even taste. I'm surprised it's not sweeter.
This tastes kind of exactly like a normal peep, doesn't it?
I got the sweetness. Not bad. Again,
I
there's
don't
been worse
know.
flavors.
Yeah. There have been worse.
Try them out for Easter. Perfect time. Coming up.
It's coming up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, which one do we like better?
They both kind of taste the same.
Very similar. That has more of a vanilla
That
flavor.
one definitely had way more of a vanilla flavor.
And this, I don't know.
Neither of them are terrible.
Which
Yeah.
would you make more adjustments to make a better peep?
Yeah, I think this one. I think the
So-
cotton candy might be a little better.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But I'm not getting like overt cotton candy flavor.
I'm not hating it.
Like
no.
I'm not biting into it thinking
There it is.
Cotton
It's like the
candy.
aftertaste.
Now,
almost.
You're eating it.
If
I'm
you
not
eat
getting it.
if you eat one all at once, I think it'd be more cotton candy.
Maybe
But then you also have to eat an entire peep at once.
at once, which you did on the first
I
round.
did, and then I didn't on the second.
Well, there's more.
All right, just for
Dude,
science.
I was waiting. Diana's gonna do it.
Just
All
for
right,
science.
All right, here we go. I was always told never eat on camera, but obviously good day.
I do it every day.
Good day is
I do
different,
it
yeah.
every day.
All right. Oh.
That's a whole peep right there. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
And then it takes a
Is
while
it
to chew.
more
obviously,
cotton
'cause it's
candy?
all-
Yeah.
We're still going. Still going.
Chewy.
Actually, almost less cotton candy, which doesn't make
Oh.
any sense to me.
Maybe because it didn't hit. at
However,
your
I
taste buds
appreciate
as
you
much?
asking me questions while I have a mouthful.
Oh yeah,
of
you
peep.
got
Exactly.
Yep, perfect.
it. We're good for that.
And,
Okay, I would say they're fine. They're not horrible.
Yeah, no, that was not the worst
For
experience.
a peep, it's not horrible. I definitely taste the Rice Krispie flavor in those. I don't overtly get cotton candy out of
Yeah.
these.
just all the
I
sugar.
think I might like this one a little bit better than that one. It may have been a little too vanilla. I don't know.
Now,
That
Tim-
would have been good with a crunch.
Yeah, and the visual
Yeah.
interest of these peeps is far superior to
Yes.
the visual interest of those peeps.
Those are very bland looking.
Yes.
Yes.
They're
yes.
clean.
However,
as
there's
exciting.
These have red
there's
dye
little
in 'em.
Sparkles.
That's true.
They do have red dye in them.
Let's see. This probably has yellow in it. Yeah, this has yellow number 5 and
Okay.
yellow number 6.
Oh, that's got twice as many numbers as this one.
Now, Tim, you're running the camera.
Yeah.
Which one would you
Do you want to try
prefer?
one?
If you can tear apart one, because I've only got one.
You want to try Rice Krispie
But yeah,
one?
give me the Rice Krispie.
Go.
Let's see what Tim thinks.
See him.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There we
That's
go.
All right,
the
all right.
skill.
Oh, he's gonna do the whole
There
thing.
you go, there we
The
go.
whole thing.
Just the silence now.
Yeah, he doesn't have a mic on either.
He's just.
I gotta lean over.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't pick up much flavor of any kind.
Okay.
You want to try cotton candy real quick?
Sure.
Mine as
All
well.
right, all right. right, we're getting everybody
We're
involved.
getting rid of them. We're getting
Yeah.
rid of them.
Yeah, we blew through 2 packs of 10 pretty.
Shout out to Tim multitasking,
Look at
operating the
this.
camera, taste testing
The
a
whole thing?
peep.
All right.
Now, do you? I would do the same thing. Do you like Peeps normally? Not normally. He said not normally. No.
I'm curious. Let us know over on Facebook if you are a Peep fan, if you have a certain flavor, a certain bunny versus chick, or I know a lot of people are probably gonna say no.
No.
Cotton candy has a tiny bit more flavor,
Okay.
but not much.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I said cotton candy too. It's my preference. I think I
The
like
candy corn of Easter.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that. How do we feel about candy corns, Little Debbie snack cakes, and these?
Yeah, I don't like any of them.
I don't like candy corn.
Do you like Little Debbie though?
I haven't had one in a very long time.
I don't love them.
How do we
And I've
categorize-
gotten massacred on Good Day for talking bad about Twinkies and Little Debbies.
We categorize those in the same thing?
They're holiday treats.
Oh, see, I
yeah.
see
Oh, like the little tree
Yeah, the
cakes.
little trees. I feel like they
That's
stick to the roof
completely
of my mouth.
different.
Which,
I don't love them.
No,
I'll
But-
eat them.
I wouldn't be upset if I got Peeps for Easter.
Okay.
They'll
I
end up
would
in the
let my
newsroom.
daughter and my husband eat them. They both like them.
I think I'd be upset if I got Dr. Pepper Peeps for Easter, but I love Dr. Pepper. It's just not in Peeps.
Just not in peep form.
Or
All
even
right.
the one with chocolate on the bottom. That's what's.
I think I've had those.
Chocolate
Maybe not.
They have
Peeps?
like a chocolate bottom to them.
Oh, I didn't see those.
See, if these had like a Rice Krispie bottom to them.
Yeah, it
That'd be
needs
good.
crunch. I'm not big on the texture of Peeps.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
All right. Well, there you have it. I don't know that we gave you any kind of answer.
We
But
want
there
your
you have
answers,
it.
though.
Yes, like Caylee said, just reach out to us on Facebook. Let us know how you feel about Peeps.
Give us your suggestions on which Peeps to eat.
Or throw in the trash.
Right.
Yeah.
As Stephen would say, just throw it in the trash. Yep. We'll be back with some more Good Day after the show, right after this. All right, fun time today.
Ooh, what a show today. Love and Peeps.
Love and Peeps.
Right, what a show.
What else do you need? What more do you need?
Right, what a combo.
Yeah, for sure. Lots of fun. And as we mentioned, this is an opportunity for us to tell you a little bit more about ourselves. You can get to know us a little bit better.
Maybe you view us a little differently now, or Caylee and Tatiana. I mean, hey, it's up to you.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully keep that one around. Come back to answer some more love debate questions.
Let's do it. I'm looking forward to that.
But we have an exciting week coming up next week on Good Day. How about a beer run?
Huh?
Does that sound good? Yes. Monday, we are going on a beer run or running with beer, 5 kilometers through beautiful Ottawa Hills, and finish it off with a patron saint's brew.
And what more could anyone ask for? Pizza and beer, or in this case, pies and pints, all to help out the great work of Mobile Meals in Toledo.
And not quite under the big top, but under the roof of the Glass City Center, it is time for the Shrine Circus. It's in town.
Okay.
There's some clowns.
All right. A lot of
Boy.
fun next week.
Yes. Yep.
Should I say I'm a little afraid of clowns?
I think a lot of people are a little afraid of
Just a tad.
You're not
bit.
I'm
I'm not alone. Okay.
You're not
All right.
alone.
Good. Well, we look forward to all of that next week. And we are so thankful that you joined us here on Good Day After the Show. Tell a friend about it.
Yes, absolutely. And have a great weekend, everybody.
Yep.